learn from the nature cure, the work, the vision, and the system that is very well managed in so many hospitals, seven hospitals, by Jacob, Soumya ji, and others. And I have also taken some treatment in Trishur, in Kozhikode, and even one day treatment I could take made lot of difference. I know that it's a work that is very, very valuable, or I will say invaluable, in the present situation. What is happening in the health sector is now being brought out and in a way exposed, because even during pandemic, whatever happened, many people who took vaccination, I did not take any vaccination. In our hilly mountainous region of Adivasi communities, they clearly had said to me that we will not need any vaccination. They said, हमको बुखार आता है तो हम तो जंगल मिर्ची से ठीक कर देते हैं, तो इसकी क्या जरूरत है? And not one patient came up in that whole region on the banks of Narmada in Maharashtra. 33 villages and the other villages, including almost 60 villages, you would say, which I know about. Not one patient, corona patient came. While in the plain areas of Madhya Pradesh, which is also in the Narmada Valley, and we have a huge mass movement which has just completed 40 years and has achieved a lot, and still whatever is remaining after having rehabilitated 50,000 families, we have to continue our struggle and reconstruction work. But in that plain area, where there are farmers, big farmers, middle class farmers, small marginal farmers, laborers, potters, fish workers, cattle grazers, traders, all kinds of communities we are working with. And there is so much of unity who have really played a great role in achieving whatever we have and still remains to be done. But there were so many corona patients, and those who were the richest among these, they really faced death. So this was a picture that really was brought up before us. And after corona also, so many heart attacks, so many, heart failing, and we were shocked. And when we realized that out of those vaccines brought by various companies, 7 companies' vaccines were boycotted by the government. Barring those, they had declared after test that this should not be taken. And those were the companies' vaccines which many, many people got, given by their doctors. So many things we face in the health sector. Although Kerala, your state is known for the best amongst the health services, this is not limited to your state, which is bountiful, which is beautiful, which is natural resource-based state, compared to many other states in the country. But what is happening in the name of medicines, in the name of medical service, is something that needs to be understood. Recently, there was a big conclave in Delhi, and before that, our senior counsel in Supreme Court, Sanjay Parikh, filed a case in the Supreme Court exposing how the companies are earning maximum money and cheating the patients, even the poor patients, the vegetable growers, vegetable sellers. All we witnessed during Corona when we were working to really send back the migrant laborers, to provide some food to the patients and so on. We realized how in the name of oxygen also they were being cheated. Anyway, we can't rule out all the medical services on health services. But it is time to think about what kind of health service would really save life and save, you know, even the people's lifestyles, which were traditionally very, very sustainable. Same is the case with education also. So much of change has come up in the educational system and curriculum. In our Jivan Chalas, which we run with great difficulty, but in the hilly mountainous region in the Narmada Valley, we have to really take the children to the jungle and let them learn about the forest, the herbs, all kinds of minor and major produce. That is the real life support, and that is saved by the Adivasis who never clear felled the forest. Whatever wood they needed, whatever bamboo they needed, whatever herbs they needed, whatever minor produce, they would collect and sell and earn some money. But maximum for their own use. That was their basis of their lifestyle. And their relation with forest. हमारे फादर है, हमारे पिता है, और नदी हमारी माता है, ये कहकर जो जीते थे वो बहुत ही अलग दुनिया थी. और इस दुनिया से हमारे बच्चे, they should not really break out of that, is something that is in our hearts. And so our children are also been learning through the teachers' guidance and taking them through the forest and learning each of the vegetation and trees and their contribution is something that makes a difference. To know about the river, what is happening to the river. Nadi Mata to bolte hain, but every river is polluted now. All across the country, there is sand mining, there is industrial effluents flowing, there non-organic farm effluents also flowing in the river, and sewage of the cities, जो गंदगी होती है शहर की गांव की, वो भी सब विदाउट ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट्स फ्लोइंग. नर्मदा का पानी तो अभी पीने लायक नहीं है. इट इज नॉट पोर्टेबल. इज समथिंग दैट आई हैव गॉट इन माय 4 रिपोर्ट्स दैट आई गॉट फ्रॉम द लैबोरेटरीज. So everything that is happening around us, what happened in Wayanad, and when I went to Chudimala village, was heartbreaking. And I went to Joshimath in Himalaya, it was heartbreaking. All the women were crying, whether in Joshimath or in Wayanad. Some are indebted, they took the loans and they prepared their own houses, because that was cheaper land available there, and those are demolished and flown away. But having lost life, this is also because the nature is encroached upon and attacked. Otherwise, where do we get oxygen from? Unless we have the green cover on the earth which gives oxygen, no machine can prepare oxygen. Many people have wrong impressions that oxygen is created in oxygen plant or in concentrator. No, the oxygen from the air is stored there. So with all this life-giving nature as the basis of our life support and also livelihood of many, many communities, nature-based communities, is something that is to be a part of our life. Otherwise, environment, ecology, so many summits take place, carbon emission, climate change, and leaders of our country go to the Paris, Copenhagen, Glasgow, and they sign in the summit, and they claim that we will get rid of carbon emission in the country of ours, that is India. But that doesn't happen because natural resources have become commodities and everyone has an eye on land, on water. Water is filled in the bottle and sold out. 55 paise per liter is the rate at which companies buy the water. This was the reply to my application under Right to Information Act, and that is sold for 20 rupees. So all this marketization is really affecting everything, not just health, but the economy of the country, the livelihoods of the people, and also the culture. The culture, which was having a great basis of nature, is now changing totally. And so, in this context, I will not say everything now, I will speak about it in the evening. When Chobindran, kind of great icon, was there and he was trying his best to involve children, youth, everything. When someone like Jacob Vadakkanchery really takes up this task and goes on spreading this thing, many people ask me, how come Jacob could start and run 7 hospitals? I said, you go and learn and see what is happening. So many people are contributing to it, including Soumya herself. So the Jeevan, their own child, I am sure, will also come into this kind of work area and region. But when this happens, now what happens? Those who would like to continue with the marketized corporate kind of system, those who earn a lot from there, they really make false allegations. Which was that medicine? Doxycycline. When he gave a statement, I think on the Facebook or something, related to doxycycline, which was based on the medical encyclopedia, and still a case was filed against him. Now again, if he says that the nature cure is better than allopathy, then also a case is filed against him. So when there is profit over people and profit over nature, and that is the whole approach of the rulers, of the governments, and of those who have hands in gloves with the politicians, they certainly would not prefer something like this work. But we really appreciate this work. I am also having this experience every time. Recently, a few months back, I was addressing a large public gathering on the dais in Pune. And suddenly, while giving my speech, I had vomiting on the dais. So I had to carry and admit in the Pune hospital, which is a very, very famous hospital. And the doctor there was recently felicitated by the President of India. And he is very sensitive and doing many activities for the poor people also. And he always, last months before also the similar thing had happened and I had to get admitted. So for 4 to 5 days, I could not eat anything and I was only on IV. And all the tests were carried out and this is high, this is low, this is high, everything came up. Finally, I got relieved out of that hospital. But my basic treatment came from an Ayurvedic doctor from Nasik. Because a similar kind of thing recently happened to me again. I said, Baba, I was only called that Dr. Archana Tonde. And she said, one day you don't eat, only drink buttermilk. Since that time, I am every lunch and every dinner I am having with buttermilk. But along with that, she gave me some instructions and she gave me some treatments which I am carrying even with me now. anytime, anywhere. Now, this kind of experience, that without something like the intravenous, and so many, treatments with the medicines, and which you cannot avoid when you are in the hospital like that. And Dr. Shah is a very sympathetic and very sensitive, so can't say no, But the Ayurvedic treatment has helped me a great deal. So if I say that, see, the Ayurvedic treatment or the nature cure is better than allopathic, even homeopathy, that is questioned by many doctors. But I have had an experience since childhood that homeopathic treatment also on the respiratory trouble, on skin trouble, on certain this thing, on the migraine kind of disease, has been very helpful. Well, that was given to me by one person who was very different kind of gentleman. He was staying next to us in Mumbai, and he had taken us on that path. And now our Parveen, one of our trustees, also do the homeopathic treatment. So all these pathis, different pathis, have to be looked at comparatively. And the nature cure now in many, many countries, people are now changing their path towards naturopathy. Right? What is yoga? Yoga is also kind of naturopathy. Without not exertion but exercise. After the age of 50 or 60, you can't have your body functioning and doing well. So all of us have learnt a lot through our own experience. And that's why when some allegations are made against Nature Cure or the Nature Life kind of institute or those who run the institute, that need not, we should be scared off, and we should really ignore that and go ahead. He has to face many cases, legal action. But I know Sukumar Arikode, whom he referred to, used to always love Jacob's work. And Sukumar Arikode was a great, knowledgeable person about Upanishads, Vedas, and everything. So not that it is only the religion that really tells us everything. It is the real experience and the ground level experience that really takes us on the right path, whether it is related to health, whether it is related to education, whether it is related to our contribution, whatever little we can, to keep the whole society and humanity united beyond the caste, class, gender, and religion as the part of discriminatory practices. So all this is really a challenge. Yesterday only I had a speech in Kottayam College, Alfonsa College, where large gathering of youths had come, and the theme that I had to speak on was the challenges before the youth for the future to ensure and bring in and protect democratic development. Now, democratic development means what? In the name of development, whatever is happening, if it is not with the participation of the people, and if it is not with accountability to the people, the village community, Gram Sabha, the Basti Sabha, if those are not the units for planning development, then anything can happen that is destructive, that is bringing in inequity, and that is imposing injustice on many, many communities, which we are witnessing today. The Dalits, Adivasis, women, minority so called, facing murders, mob lynching, facing violence of any kind is something that is really breaking our vision of democratic India and idea of India. So it is very, very necessary really to all of us that we take a decision about our life, how to go about, what is it that we contribute and to what extent, how to rise about oneself to the extent possible. We all are compromising in our life, no doubt about it. But still, it is necessary really to decide how we can be a part of that kind of social, economic, not party political, but social, economic environment and natural environment which both can be related to each other and both can save each other. So I think the contribution of nature life and you, the patients whom I have heard about, so many got cured. Joe always remembered Jyoti Ali of how his mother and father were treated and they were very, very happy. So it is very necessary for all of you to really show courage, to have faith in the nature cure and really take benefit and promote others' faith in it and help them to join. And that will be your blessings to the work done by Jacob Bhai, Soumyada, Siddharthi, and so many others. So I really salute you all and thankful to give me an opportunity to have this small little dialogue. And sorry again for coming late, which was not because of us, but still. So I really give all my wishes, heartfelt wishes to you all and to you all. Thank you so much.